Alright, yo. I got me a new electric bike since that last one blew up. The one sitting right there, the Happyrun. They wouldn't warranty anything on, so now it's just a frame sitting there. But got this one now, and this one's been a whole lot better. I wanted to go over a couple things. I have about 200 miles on it, but I got a different seat because the stock seat is like a stock Sur seat or something, and there's like half an inch of cushion on that stock seat. It just feels like you're just sitting on the frame. It's pretty terrible. And then the license plate holder, you actually will hit with your back tire, and I ended up hitting it enough that I split it. I broke the thing, so I just took that off, and you can just bolt the light back on, but you have to cut the wire out of the license plate holder because it runs through it. So you cut the license plate holder and then just pop the wire through. And then the chain is toasted. You know, I don't even really pedal that much, but it is it's done. It's like it's chunking and locking up, and it was pretty tight when it came, and I thought, you know, it'd stretch and it'd be all right. Nah, it's annihilated, but it looks like a real cheap chain anyway, so that's whatever. And then the brakes on it. And so I've heard people say that the back brake doesn't feel like it has a whole lot of grab to it. What you have to do is you have to adjust this. So you screw it into the right, and you actually get more, you'll get more pull on your brake. I just had to adjust the back brake. I'll show you that in a second, so that's why I'm messing with this. But it'll lock that back tire up. The front brake is bigger, a bigger rotor, I think, than the back. Or no, it might be a smaller one. I remember one is smaller than the other, but I have never locked this front tire up. But you can also, if you look at this, so you see how much the brake pad is actually on the rotor. It's like halfway on there. And when this bike came, the way they had the front wheel was up against the side of the bike, and it had slid forward into the bike, and it had dented one of the holes for the caliper. So I had to tap the hole and fix that, and they said they would send me a new tire, so still seeing if that's going to happen or not. They said it would take a little while, so. But if you look at the brake pad engagement, it's not too bad on the front. You know, it's pretty much on there all the way, maybe a little bit over the, you know, it's not on all the way on the top. The back brake, on the other hand, it had spacers here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Oh yeah, you can. You see the gap on the brake pad? So that's as far as the rotor was going up. Now the rotor is almost to the top of the pad. So don't know why they had the spacers on there. I took them off. You can see how much it was wearing on this. And I just did that, so we'll see. I think it's going to come down to here. So we'll have better engagement with the back brake now too, once those pads flatten out anyway. So that's one thing there. And then these spokes on this back tire were loose when it came too. So make sure you go over this tire and you tighten these spokes up, because they were loose when I got it. And I tightened them all up, put a little bit of blue Loctite on there, and it's been good since. And then here's the tail light. You can see you can just bolt the tail light back on, but it focus. The license plate holder broke off. So there's that. And the seat is just a Sur X seat. It just bolts right on. This is a Lunicycle one, the gator skin. It's got a lot more cushion to it. And then the only other real thing I noticed was when I got the bike, this main bolt here was just a little loose, and the back tire had like a little bit of side to side play. And I seen another review with somebody saying where it felt like the back end was a little wiggly too. So, I mean, I just barely tightened that up and it cinched it down and it was good. But there is nothing in between the metal. So I'm thinking I might try to pull this apart and put some like Teflon washers or something in there, nylon washers, and just give it a wear surface, you know, instead of just being metal to metal. And then right here is where the front tire hit the frame. That's where it dented it and everything, where it dented the rim, and it scratched the paint. And they gave me $30 back because of that, and then they said they would send me a new front tire. So, still waiting on that. The back tire, the tread is doing pretty good. I've had to slam the brakes a couple times, so you can see like that one's kind of skidded down and whatnot. The front tire's in better shape, but you know, the front tire doesn't wear as much as the back. And yeah, it's been a pretty solid bike. Haven't had really much issue besides the chain and then like I said, the brake and whatnot. I had to straighten that out. The handlebars, I don't think the clamping part has the ridges on it. The bars have the ridges on them, but I don't think the clamping part does. So you have to really tighten these down to get the handlebars to stay put and not move back and forth. That's another thing. Same with these grips. These grips will kind of move still on you if you twist on them hard enough. This front fender, I had to file out the hole a little bit to get it to fit in there. There was that. And then this front plate looks cool, but if you're going into a headwind, this thing whistles like crazy. Like, it just makes this super loud whistling noise. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Oh, and then I should say the display. See how far down I have the display tilted? If you look straight at it, it's kind of dark. Especially like in person. The camera makes it look brighter than it actually is in person. But it's real dark. But if you come up, it gets brighter. So I look at it from like this angle while I'm riding, so I can actually see the screen. And I don't know if that's like it's probably like a controller setting or something. So, but I went through the settings on there, and there's no adjustment for the screen brightness. So I don't know about that. 188.4 miles. And then it has a Bluetooth thing, but I don't know how to, you know, if I knew what kind of controller it was, I might be able to get the app and connect my phone, but I'm not sure. Because if you press these buttons, you can get a Bluetooth emblem up here. And then the headlight, I'll show you this. So it does that, where it has yellow on the bottom and white on the top. But a lot of time when you turn it on, it flickers like that. And then you see like and I think there's supposed to be different modes, but I cannot figure out how to switch the modes at all. So I just deal with that as I'm riding around. But I don't hardly ever ride at night, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, pretty solid. I've taken this bike over quite a lot of hard terrain, up a lot of steep hills and everything, and it's done real good. You're not gonna go up like a 45-degree hill with this thing, or even like a 40, but like a 30-degree hill, you can get up it, you know. And around on the road and everything, no problem at all. You can go to 25 mile an hour and whatnot, no problem. So yeah, it's been a good bike. And I just wanted to say how much better this bike was than the other one, because the other one sucks. Oh, I also just switched these pedals around so they're the same. Since there's no chain on there anymore, now I have the pedals in the same spot where I can just have my feet together and not have to be all wonky, and it's lower down too, so now I can stand up easier, not be so high. So, yep, the Happyrun G300 Pro, or if you look at the box it came in, it's called the Tank 3, and on the manual it's called the Tank. So, G300 Pro, Tank, whatever you want to call it, it's a pretty good bike, especially for the money.